My name is Peter Irish. I'm the President of Business Coaching of Northern California. Today we will continue our sales and marketing curriculum by looking into a set of skills that can greatly affect your success in business. Active listening describes a set of distinct behaviors that require you to park your ego and your agenda and focus instead simply on understanding and perhaps empathizing with another person. This is only a subsegment of the 4 signals we discussed in a previous session on communication, and it is not the same as having a dialogue. The single-minded purpose of active listening is to help the listener better understand. It's quite normal in a dialogue to respond to the other person's statement by giving your own opinion on the subject, but that is one behavior you should generally avoid in active listening. Instead, hold judgment and ask a question or encourage the speaker to continue. For example, could you expand on that? Or why do you say that? Or that's an interesting perspective. Tell me more. Use your head, your hands, and your eyes. Keep eye contact. Nod. Indicate that you're listening. Use your hands to invite the speaker to continue. Of course, you must really pay attention too, not just pretend. And in addition, you may want to clarify. For example, now did you mean this or that? You can also summarize what the other person has said. For example, what I think I heard was, did I understand you correctly? Often it's useful to simply reflect on the speaker's words and not respond immediately, perhaps while nodding gently to indicate that you're thinking. This can encourage the speaker to expand on his or her own. You can always share a similar experience or thought to help the other person feel properly understood, but be careful not to go on too long. Keep the focus on understanding the other person. There are an infinite number of situations in which active listening can be extremely useful. Let's consider 2 rather common ones. Sometimes a very extroverted person essentially thinks out loud and as a result hardly stops talking. This can get old fast for others, of course, who will sooner or later stop listening. That happened to one of my clients several years ago, so I taught him the techniques of active listening and had him keep a journal. He added active listening questions to his screensaver and really made a focused effort to engage with his listeners. Within 2 weeks, his boss asked him, "What happened to you? You're completely changed." My client reported that people at work were actually listening to him again, and he felt much more successful. Another situation where active listening can be very useful is on the opposite end of the behavioral spectrum, when a shy, introverted person feels himself or herself being pushed into a corner by an aggressive, insensitive, or simply extroverted person. Have you ever been in that situation where someone begins asking questions you really don't want to answer, but you find yourself truthfully divulging more than you feel comfortable about because the other person just keeps peppering you with questions? That's a great time to remember your active listening skills. Asking questions is a fantastic defense for shy people. For example, why do you ask that? What about you? Why do you think that is important? In fact, I teach introverts to simply speak in interrogative pronouns such as why, what, who, and then a question will naturally follow. Even if it's not the smartest question in the world, you've gained valuable time to think and prepare for your next question. Well, that's been a short introduction to active listening, an immensely powerful tool in the right hands. Let me know if you'd like to learn more, and please join us for our upcoming webinar series. See our website for more information and to register. I'm Peter Irish saying thank you for listening.